Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and I thought I would just show you a travel brooder I made up for my mom and daughter to use. I am going to be out of town this weekend, and this is a one-day event about 45 minutes from us it's called Chick Days, and they are going to go for me and pick up baby chicks, and they know pretty much nothing about taking care of baby chicks. So I went ahead and put together a kit for them with detailed directions on what they need to do, listed step by step. And I'll just show you guys what is in my kit, and they're going to go pick them up on Saturday and I'll be home on Sunday. So this is something that is just going to be like our pickup brooder for them to use so that they are not in with the bigger chicks that are about 4 weeks old right now. So this box was, I don't know, about $12 or so. It's just a plastic storage bin. And I cut a hole in the top and put a piece of hardware cloth here. And it's zip tied in, but the edges were a little sharp on top. So I just put some Gorilla Tape over the top just so that nobody catches their finger or something on an edge and scrapes themselves or gets cut. So that is the hardware cloth, and the light is going to sit right here. I have a light right here, and I like these because they sit flat on top like this, and I don't have to worry about it falling in to the brooder and landing in the wood shavings. And in here's my detailed list of what they need to do to set it all up, and how I want it set up, and the temperatures it needs to be, and everything. So this is their list where they can follow step by step. And I have a board in here which will go along the side to put the feeders on to get them up out of the sawdust, so that the water does not fill up with wood shavings. And that's what this is. This is a bag of wood shavings to go in the bottom, and I have plenty of them. So if for some reason like the water container tilts over and just floods all the shavings, they have enough to scoop them all out and replace them if need be. This is a thing of feed, and it just, of course, screws into here, and that will go on top of the piece of wood. And a new waterer, and apple cider vinegar. I put a capful of apple cider vinegar into each thing of water when I have baby chicks. It helps with pasty butt so that they don't get that. And I do also put apple cider vinegar out in my plastic waterer out for my big girls. They always have apple cider vinegar water inside the run. Extra feed just in case something happens to the feed. There's plenty of extra. And then they are going to have about an hour drive home from where they're staying to get home. And I know that the AC will be on in the car, and the weather has been very odd in Florida. We're getting down to cool at night and then up to almost 90 during the day. So I'm not quite sure how the weather's going to be here, but I know they'll be driving on Sunday to come home, and it's about an hour drive home from where they're going to be. So I have a couple of hand warmers. These are the kinds that you can just bust, and you squeeze them and they get hot. So what they can do is throw a couple of hand warmers down here in the shavings, and the baby chicks can get on top of the hand warmers to stay warm during the drive, because they're not going to be able to have the light on in here on the drive. So this is just a little kit that I put together for them. The most expensive thing was the plastic bin. The wood was just a scrap piece of wood. And I did have to go pick up 2 more of these, which they were just a couple of dollars each. So this is my little homemade portable brooder that they can take with them. They're actually going to have it in a cabin, or a little, not a hotel room, but where they're going to be staying for one night. So they'll have little baby chicks in there with them, and then they'll be driving home the next day. So I just thought I would share with you how I have this, and I know that you guys can, picture how it's going to be set up. I'll try and post a picture later of what it looks like. But this is just something that's portable. It's easy for one person just to pick up and carry, and it's clear so you can see through and you can see how they're doing. Whoops, I got a phone call and my video stopped right at the end. Realized I lost like the last minute or so. The last thing I wanted to point out is I put a temperature gauge right there inside it at the hottest part. I just have it zip tied again right here on the edge, and that way it's on the hottest side where the light is going to be, so they can keep a close eye on the temperature of the chicks on this end to know what the heat is like down in there. So that is it, and this is just like I said, just a scrap piece. I cut the hole to the size piece of cloth, hardware cloth that I had, and I think this will work. It'll be good, portable. There's handles that latch, so they can just take the food and the water out when they're traveling, and then put everything back in once they stop. And this should be a good, secure place. They can keep an eye on them, and they're not going to be getting wind blowing directly on them, and they'll have the little hand warmers in there to keep them warm on the drive. So I will try, and once I get it set up back at my place with the babies in it, and I'll try and get a little bit of a picture or a little video and put it at the end so you can see how it is all set up. But I think this is going to work well for that, and I can save it, put it away, and use it next time that I have to go pick them up down the road. Okay guys, I hope this helps, and I hope you're having a great day. Okay guys, I said that I would add a video clip in of it set up. So we are back home from our trip, and this is in our little mudroom. We just decided to go ahead and set it inside the house for now, since it didn't take up much space, and the other chicks were still on the back porch in theirs. So in that brooder. So this is how it is. We have the light right here on top, and you can see the little baby chicks, and you can just glance in from the top to see the temperature gauge, and the temperature has got to work its way back up because I just had this open and changing out the shavings in it, so the temperatures drop down in there some. So I'll just go ahead and pop the lid up real quick and show you guys what it looks like inside. So this is what it looks like down in. I just threw a piece of wood in there for them to have something to climb on. That is just a napkin holder flipped upside down so that I'd have a solid base to put the feed and the water on, and get it up out of the shavings. So you can see they climb up on the wood, and I have to change out. I've got a few pieces of this wood, and when one piece gets too damp and dirty, I take it out, hose it off, and switch another one in place. So this is what it looks like inside, and it's enough space for them to hop up on the little napkin holder, be able to access the food and water, and get up here and have their shavings. And I can see my little temperature gauge right from the end, and they'll probably be in this for, I don't know, a week, maybe 2 weeks tops, probably less, and then they'll be going into the other brooder, and those girls will be going out. So I just thought I would give you an update of how this turned out, what it looks like, and I love that I can just come along and I can look through the side and chuck them out without having to take anything off. I can look from the top or the side. Alright guys, I hope this helps, and you guys are having a great day.